Back to my channel. Today I have a very special guest today, Anna Bright, who is the author of
The Beholder.
Woo! I will be interviewing her today and asking her questions, so here we go. Woo! Since I doubt anyone in my audience knows. In your own words, what is The Beholder?
So The Beholder is sort of a Cinderella meets the Odyssey story. Or, if you like, it is Once Upon a Time meets The Bachelorette. So, sounds like
my heart.
It also comes a lot to the selection because you've got this sort of who is she going to pick story. Selah is the main character. Her father is not himself, he's not well. When her proposal to the boy that she's kind of had a crush on forever gets turned down, her stepmother is like, okay, here's your choice. It's one choice, you have no other option. You're going to go and you're going to court suitors in England, Norge, a territory of this scary area called the Schwarzwald, and there's like all these, she's like, you have endless suitor options and none of them are here. So come home with a fiance or don't come home at all.
Ouch. All right, in your own mind, why should people read The Beholder?
I think everyone likes to read about tension and love involving, external pressures as well. Like I love a good escapist love story. It's, I think that there are a lot of reasons that we read, and sometimes it's, to educate yourself, sometimes it's to challenge yourself, and sometimes I think it really just is to escape to a safe, happy place for a little while.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
so that's,
I understand that. My question that I've always wanted to know is, how did you get the title of the novel?
So the ship in the book is called The Beholder, but the term also has relevance and sort of metaphorical, meaning throughout the novel. The name of the ship changed a bunch of different times. The name of the main character changed a bunch of different times. Once I hit on this, I was like, that's it.
Solid.
That's what it is.
All right, what was your inspiration?
So the way the book started out, it grew in, it evolved really, really heavily. It's nothing like what it was in the beginning. But the first time, the first ideas that I got for it, I was blow drying my hair one day. And I just
It always happens in the bathroom. Sorry, I just had to say, it always happens in the bathroom.
Shower, blow drying your hair, whatever.
Yeah.
I had just read Stephanie Meyer's The Host, and my brain was swimming in love triangles. And I had been reading a bunch of really intense, serious academic stuff for that, and I was just it just makes me happy and it's fun. And of course, I breezed through 800 pages of Stephanie Meyer in a day and a half, and then I was like, and that's where it came from.
Right. So what character in your novel, and not in your novel, would you go on a drink with, and why? None of the above. That's always an option.
I would hang out with Selah. I feel like she and I could be very comfortable friends in the sense that we would both have our hot chocolates and both have our books and just sort of coexist. We could know when to talk and when not to talk and to read the books. That's a very important thing to me.
All right. If you were not an author, what job would you have?
Oh, I've been talking about this a lot lately.
My parents have been pressuring me.
No, so the other night, my husband and I were having this conversation, and I told him when I was a little, I had a lot of different aspirations when I was a kid. I wanted to be a country music singer.
Oh, yes.
I have a very average voice, so that was never going to happen.
Me?
Once when I was little, I specifically wanted to be the U.S. ambassador to the Vatican. Don't know why, where that came from. That was a thing. I also recently was I think it would have been really cool to be an archaeologist.
Yeah.
Because obviously I know that's not all digs and being out in the field.
My history teacher said it's not all Indiana Jones and Lara Croft.
But I really love humanizing stories of the past, looking over the things that people left behind and trying to figure out what they meant to them and what aspects of their physiology, what they translated to as far as their jobs and their their health. I just find it fascinating.
All right, what advice would you give to new authors and someone just starting to write?
Read. And don't read passively. Read, watch TV, watch movies, but don't do it passively. You have to do it in an active way where you're constantly sort of keeping an eye to like what works, what doesn't. Like look for good lines, for like plot structures that feel satisfying or unsatisfying. Pay attention to why that is. Also, you just gotta write. You just gotta write, and some of the stuff that you write is gonna suck, especially in the beginning. You know, it's gonna be on paper, and it's gonna be really disappointing in some senses because it's not this like, you know, ethereal like music video like it was in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not on the paper, you can't fix it. And if you don't practice, you don't get better. And you do get better, because I remember my first drafts from 5 or 6 years ago, and I compare those to the first drafts that I produce now. And my first drafts now are miles ahead of what I used to do. So you do get better. It's a muscle. And the other thing is, Elizabeth Gilbert, I think, is the one who said, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, that writing is not like dancing or modeling. It's not one of those things that like if you're 19 and you haven't already like started and figured it out, you're over. Mm-hmm. Writing is something that the more stories you acquire, the more age and experience you acquire, the more you're out in the world, the more people you meet, the better you get. So it's never too late.
What does an average writing day look for you? that good or that bad?
So I mean, it just varies, and I would love to say that I wake up every morning at 5 in the morning, eat a nutritious breakfast, and settle in at my desk. You know, but it's not like that. I work at OneMorePageBooks, as well as write. So you know, some days I'm at the bookstore. I also have a very like committed gym schedule because of I have anxiety, and like exercise is one of the ways that I like manage my anxiety. So, and I mean, it's a part-time job and a gym membership. Like, I know that sounds like there are people with like children and actual life situations, but writing is just something that I have like had to become comfortable doing anywhere. So like some days it is like me on my sofa, you know, for like 6 or 8 hours, and you know, those are the magic days when my cat isn't like begging for attention and biting me. Some days it's 2 hours at Panera before I have to jump on the metro to go to work. But I try my best to like block out distractions, not be constantly all over social media, not be thinking of like other stuff that I should be doing. You get really virtuous about housework like as soon as you know you start to like sit down and write. But I try to like really like use my time wisely.
Dorm room cleaning.
Yep. Yeah. Like, oh, you know, I should probably like dust those baseboards. I've been needing it for a while.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
I don't know if you can tell us, but can you tell us what you're working on currently?
Beholder 2.
Oh, really?
My deadline for Beholder 2 is May the 20th. Well, this deadline. So send your thoughts and prayers my way.
All right, I want to ask because I know you're a big Swiftie.
Such a big Swiftie.
Okay, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Oh my God, I can't pick one.
Okay, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song on Reputation?
Okay, on Reputation, I think, okay, so this is the thing also that has changed. So when the album, when it first came out, Getaway Car was my hands down favorite. I love Getaway Car. I love like how well she tells stories. I love her ballads especially. Yeah, I do too. I also did not love the produced versions of Dancing with Our Hands Tied and oh my God, I Loved You in Secret. Okay, and then Met You in the Dark, All Eyes on You. And
Dress?
No, not Dress.
So It Goes.
So It Goes.
Yeah.
Yes, Dancing with Our Hands Tied and So It Goes were two that I didn't love, like the album versions of them. But I went to Reputation Tour concert.
I did too. Oh, I did too.
And the live versions of those songs, like her voice is so warm. I just, oh man, like I'm obsessed. But Red is my album.
Red is your album?
Red is my album.
That's usually the one that everyone likes as it's Red or nothing else. And I'm like,
I love Red. I love 22. I love All Too Well. I love Holy Ground. I'm Treacherous. State of Grace. Sorry, I'm not just gonna like name tracks at you.
I love this one. I love them all.
I actually listened to Red a lot as I was drafting The Beholder, especially Treacherous. I listened to Treacherous a lot.
Interesting. All right, so can you share with us your social media and where we can find you?
Yes, absolutely. So my website is www.annabrightbooks.com. I am at Brightly Anna on Twitter and Insta, and I don't have a front-facing Facebook because Facebook is for like
Old people.
checking in on,
That's what people always
my
tell me.
high school teachers and my nephews. Basically, that's it. So yeah, @BrightlyAnna is me on Twitter and the Facebook.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.
Thank you for
Bye.
having me.
Thank you for being here.
Bye.